organized this party because I feel like there's a lack of Palestinian representation, especially in Montreal. Stuff like this doesn't usually happen, and specifically not within the queer community, but I'm Palestinian myself, so throwing something like this is something that's true to me from a nightlife perspective, but also from an identity perspective, merging both to kind of, you know, raise money, have fun, good cause. I mean, my whole life I've grown up only hearing about Palestinian politics. We're Palestinian, so that never goes away. We're gonna be free. Yeah. Gotta keep our heads up.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on like pink washing?
Oh my god. Like queer laws that mask war crimes.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of fucked, especially because Tel Aviv Pride is like marketed as so inclusive and so like internationally renowned, but Israel has taken 0 Palestinian trans asylum seekers, 0 queer asylum seekers. They blackmail queer and trans Palestinians into doing their dirty work. So Israel is the furthest thing from queer friendly, but we need to unmask that vision and like really realize what it's all about. You know, queer Palestinians are where it's at, trans Palestinians are where it's at. And if you're not here to support the cause, then you're a hater. Fuck Zionism. Her. Right.
Today I'm here to perform. Well, I've already performed and I was belly dancing. We're raising funds for Palestine. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm happy to raise money in a way I can. Performance, I wanted to share the way the body can move in a feminine ways. Just to say I'm here and this is who I am, and this is how I move, and this is how my body can move. But also, of course, for the cause. Just mainly that. And to see all these beautiful people.
We're stating that we're here, that we're supporting the Palestinian cause. Even through fun, we're doing that. When you're taking a stance, you can either take a vicious stance and be on the field fighting for the cause. You could just post a story on Instagram and be like, I support the cause, raise awareness, gather a bunch of people and celebrate the cause. So there's no one way to actually take a stance. You can take a stance by simply posting something, by simply attending, raising awareness, and this is actually raising a lot of awareness because many people come here and they're not knowing what's happening, and then they're just here for the fun, and then they're like, oh, this is happening, oh, I should take a stance, oh, I support the cause now. So it's like a way of reaching a wider audience, a more audience that's not affected by the issue directly. Basically, they're trying to say that Israel is quote-unquote the only democracy and you wouldn't survive a day in Palestine. This way they would like raise like some empathy and make themselves feel like the victim. Although queer people are oppressed, just like children in Palestine, it's two different causes, but they're both oppressed. So if anyone understands the cause and if anyone understands the misery they're going through, it's queer people because they've lived their life through oppression, whether from society, whether being cursed on the streets or attacked on the streets. So yeah, queer people are like the ones that can feel the most with it. Montreal should actually take a stance, sanction Israel, just publicly denounce what's happening and not just turn a blind eye and pretend that nothing's happening and the world is filled with rainbows and sunshine.
Le gusta mi tatuaje de mariposa, lo tengo loquito porque soy hermosa. Le gusta mi soy una experta en la elegancia, como lo más expensive fragancia. Baby, vámonos a Francia. Dice gracias, te pones mi paga con negra, a la Tommy vestido de cuero.
I'm not here for the performance part. I'm here for the activist part. I'm here because this is like a party, but it's at the same time a protest. And this is crucial. It's very fundamental to make Canadians realize the impact that the occupation, the Israeli occupation, has on the day-to-day lives of all Palestinians, queer or not. And while Israel, they make themselves so proud for being a safe haven for gays and queers in the Middle East, and I'm fucking tired of all of this washing. I'm fucking tired. Because the reality is that Palestinian queers are also incredibly oppressed by Zionists and Israel. And Canadians, they need to know this. Canadians, they need to learn and know about what is going on. Enough with this bullshit, enough with the occupation, enough with this apartheid system that keeps oppressing non-stop and that keeps killing so many people. Please stop listening to whatever media you usually listen to, because if you actually make your research, you realize how biased the conversation is about the occupation and apartheid. Three organizations, three massive human rights organizations, two in Israel and one international human rights watch, they all did an in-depth research that took over 2 years, and they declared that the situation is apartheid. So I would love for Canadians here in Montreal, people here in Montreal, to learn to change their language regarding the situation that is happening in Palestine. Because it's not a conflict. It's an occupation, it's apartheid.
Thank you for coming to Outrageous. Yeah. None of this would be here without y'all, so thank you. Have fun, love you, enjoy.